Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with my index cards and my napkins. Now what I've done, I've decoupaged kind of the others that I had got out the other day in the video where we used these last time. And I've just kind of backed them onto some 12 for 12 paper, which, you know, I wasn't fussed about and not probably likely to use. And the back of it is neutral. So that's going to be my, you know, my backs for my journal cards. So I'm just going to now trim them down, and it was really good. I managed to get 8 on that 12 by 12 sheet, so you know it worked out pretty well, to be honest. I don't know whether mine are slightly smaller index cards than normal. I don't know whether they're standard size index cards, but I feel like they're quite small. But having said that, I can remember buying some once before and kind of thinking, oh, they're smaller than I expected. So yeah, maybe they are just a standard size, I'm not sure. Right, I'm just going to cut out a bunch that we can obviously get working with today. Okay, and I've tried to get, you know, do a bunch of different ones, so hopefully we'll get some different kind of looks. Okay. And this one. Yeah, they're just really lovely with the napkins, I must say. Really, really pretty. Now, you could at this point stitch around them, you know, if you want to stitch around them. I mean, you might not even want to, you know, even come the end. But if you did, you know, this might be a good opportunity or a good moment to stitch around them. Or, of course, you could save them and stitch around kind of after you've put your toppers on, whatever you're going to have on your tops. So I'm just going to kind of put them like that. Now, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to be putting on these. So let me have a bit of a look around and see what's floating about on my desk. You know, from maybe some previous projects and things like that. I mean, I'm bound to have loads of things floating about. Whether or not it's the right thing, that's a whole nother question, isn't it? But yeah, bound to have something floating around. Just having a quick look, I've got here my envelope that I took for fussy cutting while I was on my cruise, and just having a look to see whether I've got anything here that might work. I've got kind of various different things inside here. Oh, I've got some of my little ladies, actually. They might work quite nicely on here. Yeah, and I've got some of the glue book favourites here as well. You know, because like I say, this was the stuff that I took for fussy cutting. So, you know, it just ended up that I had quite a variety of different things, really. Just things to keep me kind of in the crafting zone while I was on holiday. Okay. Oh, I don't know now. What? Oh, I don't know. Right, let's just take a couple of these. These are those kind of brownie toned, what do you call them? You know, vintage ladies, kind of vintage fashion plates. So they're not the brights, if you see what I mean. They're the, you know, the sepia type of tones. They're not sepia. I don't really know kind of how to describe it, but they've got a kind of bluey brown thing going on about them. So, yeah, they're not the kind of brighter ones. Or more natural coloured, perhaps I should say. They're not the natural coloured ones. Let's just take these. Oh, that's quite nice on there, actually, isn't it? Did not expect that to look very good on there, but actually it looks quite lovely on there, doesn't it? Right, let me just move my camera slightly. Excuse me, I don't want you to not be able to see what we're doing, obviously. Oh, I've got this from a vintage book, which, oh, this has just been floating around on my desk for like yonks. Absolutely yonks. So this might just be the opportunity to use that. Oh, that's not very dark, is it? I've just got kind of the remnants, you know, of what I was working with the other day. So they're all just here on the desk. Right, let's just ink this up a bit. Wondering, I've got some of the, oh, what's it called? Let's have a look. Salvaged patina. Now, I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like it would be a good match, doesn't it? I can't remember now what this actually looks like. Oh, that is a good match, isn't it? Yeah, right, okay. I just wanted to try it out like that. So, excuse my messy fingers, but let's bring in a sponge. I'll try and be a bit more professional and use a sponge. Okay. Well, it's not an ideal coloured sponge, but let's see. Oh, here we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Okay. Right. Kind of thinking, can we go around the edge of this a bit with the... What did I call that colour? Did I say salvaged patina? I think it's salvaged patina. And I think I saw this on... I think I saw it on Antonio Makes on his channel. I think. I wouldn't swear by it, but I'm sure that was who I saw using it. And I thought, oh, what a lovely colour. I'm going to definitely buy that. So, yeah. If you catch this video, Antonio, lovely video. If it was yours. And yeah, thank you so much for showing this gorgeous colour, because oh my goodness, what a yummy colour is it. Right, I'm going to go around the edge of the card with it as well. Okay. Haven't bothered roughing this one up. You know, you don't have to always rough things up, do you? But I do like roughing things up, as you know. But yeah, I'm gonna go naked with this one. By naked, I'm meaning not roughing up the edges. Just in case there was any kind of doubt there about what I was talking about. Okay. Right, okay. Pop that there. And then, yeah, I quite like this label here. I think that's quite pretty. I mean, obviously it is that colour, so I'm not sure it really needs inking, but we'll just ink it just to be on the safe side. Yep, like that. Now, wondering if we could do some black lace, because we've got obviously the black, you know, here in the background. Oh, how pretty is that? So now I'm just going to see if I can fit it onto this piece. You know, when you've got kind of a piece left from something else, it's good to use it, isn't it? But I mean, obviously, sometimes it's just not the right size or shape. Okay. And then just trim this down here. Okay. Oh, how gorgeous is that? Love how that looks. Right, okay. So again, just going to glue this with my hot glue, and that just then gets that down straight away, stuck on there, through the lace. You know, it sticks the lace on and holds that in place as well. So it's a one-step process, which is always good, isn't it? Now, just wondering whether I could have a little butterfly or anything on there. Ooh, just seeing what else I've got floating around on here. Just as I'm going through, like anything I think that might be good for something else, I'm just kind of putting to the side. No, found a bow that's quite the right colour so far. That's, yeah, not the right colour. I mean, I could ink over it, I guess, to get it to look a bit of a better colour. Oh, it's so tough. very big, isn't it? Yes, it's very big. I don't need to keep holding it there to see. It's huge, absolutely huge. Right, let me just check in what's left in the cut up pieces. I've got sheets that still I haven't cut, obviously, and of course the sheets I haven't cut are of course the smaller, more fiddly bits. I've tended to cut out the bigger, you know, easier to cut pieces, I think. So yeah, of course I don't still have, and I think that's quite right. Oh, that's quite nice on there. That is quite nice. Let me just ink this slightly. Just a bit with that aged patina to see whether, you know, it takes on that colour a bit more. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, let's go for that. So just going to glue this down. I should have probably glued this actually with the wet glue, and then had the bow kind of like lifted, you know, raised. But what I'll do, I'll press that down quite fully and then put that bow in front, I think. So I'm going to try and add quite a bit of glue here, and then, you know, hopefully not press it too hard. Okay, like that. So hopefully that's got a, you know, bit of a lifted thing going on. I love that index card. That is so gorgeous. And I might do some black stitching around the edge of this just to kind of finish it off. But I will probably do that, you know, off camera kind of after the video. But how gorgeous is that card? Love how that looked. Right, okay, let's put that to one side. Okie dokie, let's try this one now. So this one, I just kind of quite like that piano, and that piano's been floating around my desk, like I say, for such a long time. So it would be kind of good to get rid of it off of the desk, because, well, I feel like it's never ever going to get used. Let's have a look. I feel like because that piano's quite, you know, browny yellowy, I need to kind of add browny yellowy to the, you know, to that card really, because otherwise it feels like it's a bit, you know, like the only piece that's that colour. Yeah, I need to kind of get that colour in there somewhere, I think. No, not that colour. Definitely not that colour. It's always worth holding these things though, because sometimes, you know, it is the unexpected things that look really good. You know, you can't always just assume that something's not going to look good, because occasionally it does surprise you, and it'll be that thing that you didn't really expect that actually just, you know, looks awesome. Oh, that's quite nice actually. Yeah, I quite like it like that. So I'm going to just wet glue this on. Okay, and then what I'll do is obviously I'll ink around the edge in kind of the walnut stain, which will brown the whole thing up as well, so as it takes on a browner appearance overall. Like that. Okay, and the piano. Okay. Like that. Just press that one down. Oh, I'm having such a lot of fun with these index cards, honestly. I'd love to know, did any of you make some after my last video? You know, did you feel inspired at all to make some? Really, yeah, really enjoying using them personally, because, you know, they're the type of thing that I've kind of had in my stash for a long time, used them occasionally, haven't used them for a long time, and the same with decoupage actually, you know. Again, I haven't kind of done any for a long time, and you just, it's surprising how quickly you just forget about things, don't you? You know, and a long time goes by and it's like, oh, I haven't done any of that for ages, and then you kind of revisit it and think, oh, I really love doing it, you know, must do it a bit more. Oh, I love that. Right, I'm going to round the corners on this one, so let's just round that. Now on the other ones that I did, I just rounded the one end. The one end. So I might just do that again because I think that's quite nice actually. So I'm going to try and brown this up here. You know, quite heavily, hopefully. Like that. Okay, and then just do the back of that as well. Oh, how pretty does that look? Really love how that's come out. Yeah, really pretty. Okay, so let's put that to one side. Right, we've got these couple left to do. Okay. So, yeah, I've pulled out some things that I thought might look good on here. So I've got this blue label, which, you know, there's quite a bit of blue, which, you know, just ties it in. Now, I'm just going to get my blueprint sketch, I think it is. Yep. My blueprint sketch, and just, I don't know whether this is going to be the right sort of shade of blue. I think it might be too blue. Let me just try a bit on a scrap. It's very blue, isn't it? But having said that, I could tie it down, tone it down, you know, with the walnut stain. So then it actually looks quite, you know, quite reasonable, doesn't it? So I'm just going to go around this a little bit. And now look at it. It's completely smothered in blue. Well, you know me. A little bit always ends up a lot, doesn't it? Because, of course, I'm quite heavy-handed. And, yep, before I know it, it's kind of all covered. But that's okay. I don't mind. Right. Now, I'm going to have this here, I think. Now, do I want that on top of any lace or book page or doily, actually? It might look good on some doily. Let me see whether I've got some here from something else that I was doing. Oh, come on. I thought I did have. Also got some fabric, actually. Could have a bit of fabric on there, or maybe here. Maybe I need to cut this down a bit because perhaps it's a bit on the big side. Okay, let's try that. Something strange, not really working about this fabric. I'm not sure what it is. Let me just cut those kind of frayed bits off. See whether it's better this way round. It's a little bit lost on there, I think. You know, you can't overly see it. I don't mind, you know, that, but I guess it makes it a little bit, you know, what's the point in having it there if you can't really see it, but maybe it will stand out a bit more when the whole thing's kind of inked up and finished. Okay, let's glue this one down. Again, going to smother it with the hot glue and then try not to press it too hard. So, oh, hopefully it's going to have a raised effect. Those ladies, they're just the right size for these journal cards, to be honest, because they're, you know, they're smallish. You get like the 2 sizes in that download, and yeah, these are the smaller ones, which is just ideal really, because oops, just be careful that I don't go too mad with the blue, which is just ideal because obviously the index cards, you know, they're only small, so yeah, they work quite nicely on there. Right, yep, that's very, very blue. So tone that down with the walnut stain. I mean, I do love the fact that, you know, you can kind of change the colours like this with, oh, look what I'm doing. Dipping that into the blue. What a nitwit, honestly. I thought, well, that's strange. It's still keeping a lot of blue on there. Luckily, the amount of walnut stain already previously on there was still, you know, still toning down the blue. But, oh, let me put this out of the way. Oh, no, I've put the wrong lid on. What's going on with me? Ah, yikes. What a disaster. Right. Okay. Just ink this up here. I'm just wondering whether to have a little bit of gold around the edge of this one. I think this one would look quite good with some gold, wouldn't it? Actually, I've got my little Brian paint sticks and I've got that gold in there. So the gold paint stick, I know I've said this loads of times, but it's really handy, you know, for things like this. I mean, look at how brilliant that is. You know, just goes on so easily. I even had to get my fingers on there, not one time. Right, and then I'll just go around the whole, well, maybe not the whole of the edges, but quite a bit of the edges. Okay. And then just pop this one down over there. Looks nice, doesn't it? Now, just going to go under here because that fabric, it's very obvious where that fabric is, if you see what I mean. Yeah, I love how that looks. Right, let's put this down again just with the hot glue. So it's got that raised thing going on. Okay. Right, and do we want this anywhere? It's quite nice, isn't it? Shall I edge that one in gold as well? Might as well, mightn't I? No, I've gone for the whole blingy kind of look. No, it doesn't really look blingy. I mean, I guess it can, but yeah, this particular card does not look blingy, even with the addition of the gold. It's looking quite kind of subtle, I think. Just, yeah, just got kind of odd gold touches. I'm wishing really that I'd have thought of the gold first, because I would have obviously put it around the ladies. It didn't occur to me to use the gold at that point. So, yeah, obviously, if I was doing it again, I would have put gold around there as well. But, yeah, as they say, hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it? Oh, I love how that one looks. That's really, really lovely. Right, let me put that to one side. Excuse me. Right. Last one probably for today. So again, let's just round these edges. I don't know what it is, but for some reason I'm just really loving just the rounded edges on this one end. I don't know why, but yeah, there's just something kind of quite fun about that. Now for this one, obviously I want to really keep that peacock visible, you know, because it looks really lovely, doesn't it? So I might just literally, you know, tack on a couple of, what are they called? You know, labels. But leave the peacock really as the kind of focal point, I think. Because, yeah, I don't want to kind of detract from him. He's just so gorgeous and, you know, so standy-outy that I don't want to kind of then, you know, detract from his gorgeous yumminess. Now, do we want gold? Let's just have a look and see what the gold would look like. Just kind of putting this here to get a feel for. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so again, just going to go around these little labels with the gold. I love edging these in the gold. It's really nice. That one. Oh dear. Overdid the gold a bit there. Went a bit gold crazy there. Oh dear. Okay. Not too bad. I have got some splodges of gold on there, unfortunately, but I don't think it looks too bad. You can't really tell too much. Oh, gosh. Knocking everything flying now. Okay, let's put that one down there. Again, I'm just going to press that down with the white. Hopefully, so I'm not now smudging that gold everywhere. Okay, and this one going to put in front of it. Again, just with the wet glue, and then I may have a bow on there, which I will then probably put with the hot glue, so it's, you know, raised, I think. Right. Yeah, okay. Now, thinking actually a blue bow would be nice. Do I have one the right size is the question. I'm just trying to use things that, you know, I've got ready cut out rather than be boring you to tears while I'm now cutting things out. Oh, I've got that one. It is a little bit on the big side, isn't it? But do we think it looks okay? That's the question. Could have it there. That's quite pretty. Okay, so before I glue that on, I think I'll go round the edge with the gold. Just like that. And the only reason I'm doing this first is because once that bow's on there, the bow might just overlap on the edge slightly. And I don't want to have, you know, what do you call it? Gold on the bow. Okay. Now I've inked up those little stems on the bow, just in case they're overhanging and hanging out beneath. Then obviously they're now coloured, so they're not looking like stark white paper. Oh, I love how this looks. That is scrumptious. Right, let's just quickly glue this one down. Okay, I'll do it. So, I mean, obviously it's gone over that label, but I mean, I don't mind that. That's, you know, that's nice, I think. Oh, I love how that looks. That is yummy, yummy, yummy. Say, really, really, really gorgeous. Right, okay. Do we have time for one more? Oh, yeah, let's do one more. Just one, okay? So, yeah, let's go for this one. You know, no favourites here or anything. I've just taken any old one. So, yeah, let's just cut this one down. Again, just going to cut in like 1 millimetre over, so it's hopefully getting the glue line. Okay. Right. So I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're all having a good day, doing some crafting. How do you guys find decoupage? Do you like decoupaging? Do you do it very often? Or are you a bit like me and kind of, you know, I'm not saying I forgot about it, but, you know, just haven't done it for a long time. And, yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it again. It's kind of like, oh, you know, forgotten how much I enjoyed it. And I love it when you kind of, not rediscover things, because, you know, I hadn't obviously, you know, forgotten it completely. But when you, sorry, I'm just dabbing any blue off of my walnut stain. When you just remember. Or revisit, let's call it, revisit something. It's always fun to revisit, isn't it? You know, when you haven't done something for a long time, it's good fun. Right. Love how that looks. Oh, that's so gorgeous, isn't it? I love it, love it, love it, love it. Right, now I have got some stamps here, which I had ordered recently. And I'm thinking, I could maybe have a bit of this stamp here. Just probably the scripty part. Yeah, I think just the scripty part. So I got these from Amazon. I think they came up, I think I searched script stamps because I love a script stamp. I've got a couple, but hey, I feel like I can never have enough because I really, really, really love them. And, you know, I use them all the time. You know, script stamps are kind of my go-to, yeah, go-to stamp, I suppose, really, for backgrounds. I mean, other than the swirls, I think definitely they're my favourite. So can never have enough. Right, just going to put a little bit here, like that, and a bit there. I don't know what I'm putting on this yet, so it could be that this is going to be covered up anyway, but I just wanted to get a little bit of stamp on there. These stamps feel really, I don't know, very soft. You know, kind of, not, they don't feel slimy, but that kind of very soft sort of texture, which actually feels really nice. Yeah, feels really nice. Right, let's put them back in there. They were only cheap. I can't remember how much, unfortunately, but yeah, they weren't very much. They were just quite cheap ones. Excuse me. Right, let's see what I've got here. Oh, yummy. I mean, just instantly, I'm like, oh, love how that looks. Again, might just ink this up just a little bit, just so it stands out a bit more. And then what are we going to put as a sort of focal point of some sort? Oh, I'm not sure. Just having a quick scour around the desk to see, do I have anything that's just calling to me? Not so far. Which that's annoying, isn't it? I have nothing. Right, I've got this, which is from some vintage book page. I think you might look good on there. Oh, yummy. I always love a face, you know. Don't really mind, yeah, male, female. If they're kind of vintagey, I don't mind if they're like drawings like this one, or, you know, photos. However they are, they just always look really good, I think. Okay. Just need to get rid of quite a bit of that, because obviously these index cards, like I say, they're quite small. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Love how that looks. Yeah, love how that looks. So I'm just going to ink that up a bit. Okay. Not all over, but just, you know, around the edges, really. Okay. Put that there. Love how that looks. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Right, and shall we have a label of some sort as well? Tempted to just have it like this, to be honest. I know that bow's a bit kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but it looks really nice, to be honest. I don't really feel like it needs to be hanging from somewhere. It just looks nice, you know, being in the middle of nowhere. Wouldn't have really thought it would, but yeah, it does. So just again ink those little bits, but if they're hanging off at all, I'm just going to then pop this down. Again, lots of hot glue so it's light raised, and then we just pop that down like that. Not pressing it too hard. Just going to put a little bit here under that leg, and a little bit here under that leg. Okay. Whoops. Now, where do we want this label? I think I quite like it here. Just going to check that that's the one. I mean, I think that one looks nice, but weirdly, I mean, that was just the first one I grabbed. So just going to double check in case it would look better actually with something else. I mean, to be honest, I actually think they all look good. Well, the two that I've tried so far. It's not like I've tried a whole abundance of them, is it? But the couple that I've tried so far, they both look good. So they're both possibles, aren't they? Oh, I've got this in a smaller size, which could be better actually. Oh, I've also got it one in the same shape, but in green. I thought the black was a nice contrast, to be honest. But now I think perhaps the green. Yeah, I think perhaps we'll go for the green after all. So yeah, let's just, again, plenty of the hot glue. And again, I'm just not going to press it down too hard. And then it's got that slightly raised thing going on. Okay. Right, let's have a look and pull in the ones that we have done now. So, I mean, I have got some more left to do. I might come back and do those another time. But you're probably all getting a bit bored of doing these now. But I'm just having such a nice time. I'm really enjoying doing them. So, yeah, these are the 5 that we have done today. Aren't they just gorgeous? And they all look quite different, don't they? You know, they've all got something different about them. But yeah, I really hope that you like them. Hopefully it's given you some inspiration to make some of your own. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much then. Bye.